I know I said I wasn't going to do another video of the worms and stuff, but I decided to kind of change my mind on that. I may do more, then again I don't know if I'll do any more, but I just want to do a little bit more about what happened with the worms. They've kind of gotten bigger, and I've gotten a lot more worms than what I had before. And you can see when I go like this, look how many I got. A whole lot more than what I had in the last video, and it's like it all the way through this whole bin. Now I just put these carrots in here just about 10 minutes ago, and either by tomorrow or the day after there won't be no carrots left in here. They'll eat them all up. There won't be nothing left of them. Now, this is the worm door that I've been feeding Rango out of, and what I've done was I've taken some of the worms out of the nursery that's over here, and what I done was I took the bigger ones that I found about a couple weeks ago. I sifted some of them out of here, and I took some of the bigger ones and I stuck them over here, and I put them in here, and the population in here sprouted to about 3 times of what it was, and there's worms everywhere in here. This is just some of them, and that's underneath the tubing. See? There's quite a bit of them in here than what it used to be. And I've ended up having to have, with the beetles, I had to make 2 colonies of beetles because of, I was getting too many of them. See, I got 2 drawers now that are just nothing but beetles. And they're 2 separate colonies now. And I have another 2 more nurseries of worms that are about kind of like these. These are bigger than the other 2 drawers that I have. The other ones are about, like in the other video, they're small and you can barely see them, and then these are about the size that Rango can eat now. The last video you saw, they were so tiny you could barely see them, but now you can see them. And this has happened, for whatever reason, they've actually gotten so much bigger in a very short period of time, and I can't really figure out how or why they're doing it so quickly. And I think I found the pupae. Huh. Look at there. Oops. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. Okay, I'm gonna take this little guy and put him, this little pupae. I have the pupae, I've kind of put them, I've taken them and put them in their own little bin now. I figured I didn't need a really large drawer to put the pupae in, so I just stuck them in a small bin. And it's real small. I mean, they don't really need nothing big to really put them in, so it's just a small sterilite, container to put them in. So, but that's pretty much the update about the worms now. I mean, they're quite a bit more than what it was from the last video. And there's another pupae. He wasn't in there just a minute ago. Or should I say 10 minutes ago, he wasn't in there. I sifted through here and I didn't see one. Didn't see him in there. But you see what these little guys are doing, they're also shedding a lot too. There's a lot of skins, sheddings and stuff in here. But you see what they're doing. There's a lot of them. And the carrots, see, they're hugging onto them now. But everywhere I go in here, I can do this, and they're everywhere. There's another pupae. I just found him. Yeah. But about everywhere in here is just worm on top of one. Just so many worms in here now than what it was before in the other videos. It's not as many as it was. I mean, there's a whole lot more than what it was in the other videos, and I'm not really sure what to do now. I think I got too many now. It seems kind of funny that when I was doing the videos I didn't have very many, and now I'm kind of almost overrun with them. So it's kind of ironic, but at the same time, being that Rango's growing, I may have to, I don't know, I could probably start feeding some to George now. I think we got enough to feed them both, and probably give some to my parents if they got any animals that they might want to, or I might even see about selling some of them to the pet store or something. Maybe I can start selling some too. If I got too many, I might start selling them. But I have another drawer like this, or actually two, about the size of this one, that I'm keeping the worms in, that have baby worms in it, and you can start seeing them now. They're tiny, but they're growing too, so. But you see what they're looking like in the nursery now. They're big enough to see them. They're not as, wasn't expecting that. But you see they're everywhere. I got a bunch of them now. And before I thought I was going to have a shortage, and all of a sudden now I'm almost overrun with them. So it was a nursery, but now it's a second colony of worms. And I got two nurseries that are about the size of this drawer, that are just nurseries. And the worms are real tiny, and you can't really see them, but they're getting there. But I'm about almost overrun with worms now. It's kind of funny, but I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do with all of them. But the beetles, you can see they're eating a lot too. They like to hide, and it's only been a couple of days since I put lettuce in there, and there ain't a whole lot of lettuce left in there. They're like little garbage disposals, and they eat pretty much anything that I put in there, and to where there's nothing left. So there's a bunch of them in there, and I'm not gonna pick the thing up to show what's underneath them. There's a whole bunch of them under these things, the egg cartons. I'll just pick one up and show you. See, this is about half of what half the colony. And what I ended up doing when I cleaned them out, when I took the worms and after they laid their eggs, I ended up putting the other drawer that they laid their eggs in the hallway bin, the one that I have in the hallway that's got the baby worms in it. You can't even see them yet. And then I took half the beetles and I separated them into two drawers. That's colony number 1, and this is colony number 2 of nothing but beetles. And it's every time I put lettuce and carrots in there, in about 3 or 4 days there's nothing left. I mean, there's very little left in there now, but in a couple of days there won't be anything. I'll have to add some more to it. And these worms, there's probably, if a guesstimate of how many worms are in this drawer alone, I would probably suspect there's probably close to 1,000 or more just in this one drawer. That's not counting the ones in this little bin here. There's probably another 500-600 worms in that just alone. The ones these are completely raised by me, and they go all the way down, and you see how thick this stuff is. That's at least a good inch or so thickness. and it's all filled with worms of different sizes. And you see what size the bin is. It's a 12.7 quart, about an inch thick of substrate, mostly mealworm bedding. Got a little bit of oatmeal in there, but not very much, but mostly that mealworm bedding I've been using. And that's I guess that's pretty much it for now. What I wanted to show is I just wanted to show how much bigger they've gotten since the last time I shot the last video. I mean, they're everywhere. And for some reason they love getting into this corner, and they like hiding. And there's another pupae. And I'm just now finding these. They wasn't in there before I shot the video. They wasn't in there, but they're just now starting to do that. I'm finding a few here and there, so it's pretty funny. But you see, I got too many, I think, now. Unless Rango can start increasing his appetite pretty soon. I don't know what I'm gonna. This is what's left of the carrot I put in there 2 days ago. That's what's left of it. I put about 10 or 12 little baby carrots in there, just like this, about like you see here. And then here it is, about 2 days later. That's what's left. That's all I could find in this whole bin. And I put about 15 baby carrots in here, and this is all I could find out of all of them. I went through this whole bin, and that's all that's left in there that I could find that's left. They're eating every single bit of the carrot to where there's nothing left. They're nature's little garbage disposals. They also come in handy too if you're raising crickets and you find a couple of dead crickets, and they'll eat them too, which is funny. So, see, look, there's worms everywhere. So, yeah. Alright. I think it's, if I find any new developments on the worms or anything that may change, or if I want to shoot another one on the worms, I'll make another video, but that'll be it for now. So thanks for watching, and leave your comments and vote. Tell me how you think I'm doing on the colony so far. I mean this is, I don't know really what to say about it. It's just that it's first time I've ever raised any mealworms at all. The videos are more of I guess you could say a care guide, if you want to call it that, as far as how to raise mealworms and stuff. I must be doing something right to have never done this before in my life. I mean, since December, and this is May of 2013, I've only been doing this for about 5.5 to 6 months. I've been raising mealworms, and now I've got a whole bunch of them now, and I must be doing something right, because if I wouldn't, I wouldn't have this many. And it's kind of caught me off guard because they're growing so fast. I don't know really what to do with them, and they're shedding skins and doing ain't that something? That's a bunch of worms. That's all I can say is wow. Just look at this. It's everywhere in there. It's like that. Every time I move substrate around or move stuff around, this is what I'm getting. It's just worms everywhere. Mealworms everywhere. So for me to not know what I was doing when I first started doing this 5 to 6 months ago, I didn't know anything about raising mealworms at all, other than what I watched on YouTube. And I decided to do my own videos, and I must be doing something right to have so many. And you see, they're not little either. These are mostly grown. And you see I've got a few others too that are starting to pupate. This little guy here, he's fixing to turn. When they start turning white like this, he's still feisty. They start turning almost like a whitish color. I can't get a hold of them. But when they start turning color like this, where they're almost that color, and they're like that, he's fixing to turn into a pupae that's going to turn into this. This little guy right here is a little wiggle. But they look like little aliens. But I can't get my camera to work right for some reason. Well, anyway, thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the videos that I've done on the mealworms and the crickets and Rango himself. And just vote and comment if you want to on the videos, and just tell me how I'm doing with the mealworm so far. I just can't get over that on how many I've gotten so far in a short period of time. I mean, it's so, I don't know how to put it into words, how to describe this. It's pretty wild. I'm almost speechless, so I don't really know how to, this is unbelievable. I mean, you see they're nice and healthy and plump, and I mean, they're excellent condition. I think this one's fixing to pupate. Yeah, when they start turning white like that, he's fixing to turn into a pupae. That's what they do right before they turn into a pupae. They start finding a place to go to, and then they start pupating. So that's starting to happen too. With the new worms and stuff, they're getting to that age now where they're starting to turn into pupae. But everywhere I put my hand through here, there's just nothing but worms. That's all I'm finding, just worm after worm after worm. There's just so many now. And what it was before, it's just a lot of them. I don't really know what I'm going to do with them, all of them. I know Rango's got an appetite, but still, they can only eat so many at a time. And this is only one drawer. And this other one, it's getting pretty good size. It's getting a lot more. Look at there. That's only been in there for a couple minutes. And look what that's just on one carrot. I guess they're thirsty. Yeah. But they still got plenty of bedding in here to eat and stuff that they've been eating. So, but I found a couple pupae in here. So he's fixing a pupate. So, well, anyway, thanks for watching, and place your comments and votes, and tell me how I'm doing. If you want to leave your comments, just tell me what you think, and thanks for watching. Bye.